Out on my daily walk. I want to make sure I don't get that person in my live. So I'm just out here walking, gonna hear some wind, and let's do some real talk here. I was thinking about people like myself, people like you. You know, you hear all of these different ways on how you can generate extra income and how you can earn extra income while you're working full time, and all the content and the probably some different phrases maybe you've heard, maybe you haven't heard, but you still don't understand it. Maybe you have been looking at different business models. You know, do you want to do affiliate marketing? Do you want to do referral marketing, which are pretty similar? Do you want to create your own product? Do you want to sell a physical product? You know, soaps, candles, jewelry. Do you want to consult? Do you want to, be a coach, life coach? There's just so many different ways for you to generate extra income. And the one way that I've been talking to you about is along the line of affiliate marketing or referral marketing. And the reason why is, you are in your career and you've mastered your craft. You've been doing it 25 plus years. You're the go-to. You're the advisor, you're the mentor, you're the coach. Yet you have some financial woes or problems where maybe you're upside down on a few things. Maybe hey, look at these things just real quick. I'm on a campus and those robots deliver food to you. So anyway, let me get back to it. But, you have some financial woes that you need. It only takes money to solve, right? It only takes money to solve. And you're just trying to figure out, what can I actually do? And some of the things I've been talking about because of my own mind, if you've never done affiliate marketing before or referral marketing, get your feet wet, get your feet wet, get out there. And that's why I introduce referral marketing, where there's companies that will pay you to, promote their services. And like the particular bank that I've been telling you about, where if you create an account, you add $50, then they'll give you $25. And then when you refer that, other people create an account, they got to be new customers, of course, but they create an account, they add $50, and they'll get $25, but you'll get $75. You see what I'm saying? And so those are kind of like, if you take this particular action, these companies will pay you. And I thought, that's a good way for you to get your feet wet with the referral marketing, okay? And I'm on my phone, so I'm getting a message. But I also thought, if you are a person like me, where you have been in your career 25, 30, 35 years, it may not seem very exciting, and it may not be a big enough incentive for you to generate $75 payments. It may not be a big incentive. You may not care about creating a checking account to get a $25 bonus and then, going around referring that to people to get a $75 bonus. That may not be your cup of tea. You may think that's not a big enough incentive for me. You may be thinking, if I choose to post a video, if I choose to write an article, if I choose to blog, or if I choose to podcast, if I choose to post on Instagram or TikTok, if I choose to do those things, and it takes me the same amount of effort to tell people about how to earn $75, and I can be talking to people about how to earn 400 or $1,000. I'd rather do that. It just really depends on your mindset. It really depends on where it is that you want to start. For me, and you're not me, I'm not you, but for me, it's I tend to do things a little bit more cautionary. I gotta, dip my toe in it sometimes. But what I'm talking about today is pretty, I'll go this way. What I'm talking about today is pretty exciting because I'm turned around. You can come on and go. The people want to turn. I'm walking and they're driving. They're in the car. I'm walking, so I'm at their mercy. Thank you. Yeah, and so what I want to talk about today is how you can earn more. You want to do you want to do this. You have a little bit of time because you're working 8 to 5, 40, 50 plus hours a week. And affiliate marketing, the way that I'm talking about, is here's something where you don't have to create anything. You don't have to create the courses. You don't have to create the product, whether it's coffee or tea or whatever. There's nothing that you have to create. You don't have to create the website. You don't have to create, the intricate technical part. What you do is you can just start being what's called a customer and an affiliate. The customer, you're using it. So if it's coffee, you're drinking it. Nutritional supplements, you're drinking it. Or if it's digital courses, you're taking those courses, you're learning, and you're applying those courses. Those new skills, right? But you can just come right in and be the customer, right? And at the same time, while you're the customer, while you're consuming it, or while you are learning from it, you are also putting yourself in a position to earn. So that's where that whole thing came from, learn and earn, or consume and earn. You are a walking, talking testimony of the product, right? And so as I thought about this, I thought, if you're a person, getting back to that, who has been working in your profession 25 plus years, you're earning pretty good income. Even though you may be upside down on your, income, debt ratio, whatever, you earn pretty good money. You've been there a while. So the $75 payments may not be very attractive. So here's what I think can be something good that you can think about. And it's the same thing that I thought about, right? If it's going to take you the same amount of time to promote, like I said, a $75, where you receive $75 payments, you might as well go for something a little bit bigger. So I'm sure you've heard, well, I'm not sure. You may have heard of these courses. Let these cars pass me. You may have heard of these courses where you purchase a suite of digital courses teaching you social media, teaching you digital marketing. So you're learning TikTok, you're learning Instagram, you're learning how to be a UGC creator, how to be an influencer, you're learning blogging, you're learning affiliate marketing, you're learning, mindset. So there are these courses, and they were really popular when I started way back. Okay, they didn't look the same because it was old, it was back in the day, but they really began to get popular these last few years. And they started out under this, what's called master resale rights. People would buy the course and then they would have full rights to resell it. That was really big. But then things started getting a little hinky with those things. So a lot of those models changed to an affiliate model, which means you purchase it and then the company will give you the right to resell it as an affiliate. So the company makes a percentage and the affiliate makes a percentage. And the affiliate, the company gives the affiliate the upper hand as far as the company will say, you resell this, you can buy, learn from it, but if you choose to resell it, you can earn 85% commission, okay? And that leaves them, my math is better if I say, this is just an example. You can earn 80%, company earn 20%. See what I mean? Or 85, 15, things like that. And that's where a lot of them switched to. Because like I said, it was a lot of just different things going on. Plus the company, if you work hard and you spend thousands of dollars creating digital courses and you sell it, let's say for $500, but that person can now resell it for $500, you haven't really made any residual income off of what you created. And I think a lot of those company owners realize that. Why would you do that? Spend all this money on a course. And then I think a lot of representation out there, some great things were happening with it, but there were some other negative things happening. So now the majority of those, if they're still around, the majority of those digital suite of courses that's teaching you digital marketing and different aspects of it. Not all of them are created equal. I'm not saying one is bad or the other, but they all went, for the most part, with an affiliate marketing. And I like affiliate marketing. I've told you that before. So you work full time. You don't have a lot of hours in the day. Here's something where you can come and you can start creating your own content, telling your own story, however you want to do that. That's on video or behind the video, people call it faceless. You don't want to show your face. You can write articles. It's just so many different ways that you can do it. But the fact of the matter is you don't have to create anything, but you can pretty much get a really powerful product that you feel comfortable that you're learning new skills. And at the same time, you have the opportunity to create products, to go into these digital marketing tool suites and learn, and you can apply that. You can earn, generate an income, create an income like that, create your own products, becoming a consultant, teacher, what have you. And you can also resell the course, okay? So, like I said, they're not all created equal, so you have to go through and look and see what your due diligence, do your due diligence to see which one you're going to go with. So what I decided to do personally, I wanted to, because remember I mentioned a few blocks ago as we're walking together, I'm a little cautious. I don't know, my part of my name is Thomas, and maybe I still have some of this doubt in Thomas. I don't know, but I'm a little cautious. I like to know how long have people, been around, particularly if I've never worked with them before. How many members do they have? What are the testimonies saying? That's what I mean by due diligence. And my due diligence can look a little bit different than your due diligence, right? But do your due diligence. And so the one that I chose to partner with, I have a colleague. Shout out to my colleague. But she has purchased a lot of courses. She's purchased a lot of these courses. She spent some pretty good money on all these different courses. And she allowed me to look, not extensive, but she allowed me to kind of peek and see what they were all about. And the reason why is I was searching for people to kind of show me a sneak peek, because I'm very cautious. I didn't really want to spend $400 or $500 or $600 or $900 or $1,000 on something that I can't see. Now, the reason why I'm like that, not trying to be difficult, but I've purchased a lot of different courses down through the years. And there was one particular time where I had purchased a course for like $1,000, right? And then, mainly I was using that to learn. And what I would do there is I would learn, and then I would go locally in my hometown, and I would have Saturday meetings, and I would charge people like $50 per person, and I would teach them what I learned, right? I would teach them affiliate marketing and stuff like that. Well, another course came out. It was $2,000, and I purchased it. And do you know, it was the same information from the other course that I had purchased. So a little scarred from that, a little upset with myself that maybe I didn't do the due diligence. So I just kind of said, I'm going to do better with checking to see what's available, right? So she let me peek in several different ones. I won't mention their names, and you'll see the link in the video description when I finish this live, the one that I chose, right? I was like, let me partner with you so I can see what's going on and which one of these price point, not bad, and what you can earn, which is you can earn like $400 and something per sale. So I said all that to say this: if you are looking for a way to earn extra income, right, and you don't want small profits, okay? You want something that's sort of in the middle. Maybe you're accustomed to earning, I don't know, I'm not going to guess, but you're accustomed to earning, I don't know, 10K a month or whatever. So you want to put in effort, but you want that effort to match a higher amount other than lower profits. You see what I'm saying? I think these digital courses that are teaching you a variety of different things is really something for you to check out. You may land on the one that I have in the link in the video description. You may see that one and say, I like that. I want to do that. Or by you seeing it, if you've never seen it before, by you seeing it, you may say, let me check and see what else is out there. Because it's really all about you. I know that you want to generate extra income, but it's really all about what you want to do, right? And what's going to work best for you. And I just thought about something, getting off the topic. I'm using my headphones. I don't know if you can even hear me. So I'm going to have to find that out myself. Anyway, I started this live, talking about if you want to earn higher profits. If it takes the same amount of effort, right, to earn $75 profits as it does $400 or $1,000 profits. And I'm just excited for you because I love talking about affiliate marketing. I really believe it's a viable way for you to generate extra income. It's a viable way when you do retire this is something that you can do. It's an excellent skill set to have. And so with that being said, what I've done is there are some links in the video description. The course, you can check that out and you can read about it. And then there's some other things that you may be interested in, okay? So I'm going to finish up my walk. I'm going to call my daughter because she tried to call me just now while I'm doing this live. And I bid you many blessings, all right? Many blessings, yes. And I always have to remember, how do I turn this thing off? Let's just do this. Yes.